Good morning, GNN subscribers. I'm Dean Hernandez, your host for Thursday Bears and Bulls for Ike Senieres. This morning, I have re-invited our guest, the president of the Virgin Coconut Oil Organization of the Philippines, Ms. Tess Santos, who graciously accepted our invitation to be here today, and we'll be talking about the marvels of coconut, an event that we will be hosting come October 24 on Saturday. So welcome, Tess. Good morning. Please greet your guests, and they're, I'm sure, looking forward to what we have to share.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here again.
Yes, Ms. Tess, as you know, has several hats, but this morning we'll be asking her to talk about the marvels of coconut. This is an event that we will try to elevate coconut living, coconut lifestyles in your eating, drinking, and living, which we will try to expose the world to generate more exports. So, Tess, tell us about the marvels of coconut. How did you conceptualize this, and why are we doing this?
We were trying to look for a word to describe what the coconut can do. So it can either be miracles or marvels or the wonderful things that we have from the tree of life. And just from the coconut itself, which is neither, it's a fruit, it's a nut, it's a vegetable, you know, all of the above is how we describe the coconut.
All of the above.
And it has been found out or discovered that really the coconut can bring so many marvels to our life. And first of all, because it's a fruit, it's a vegetable, it's a nut, so something to be eaten. And so from the coconut, you can extract what we call the virgin coconut oil.
The VCO.
The VCO,
okay.
That's how we call it. And we have, for a while, for a long time, even before the war, we already were extracting coconut oil. But it was extracted from copra. So it has to be refined, bleached, deodorized. So there's a chemical process applied to it. Now, the virgin oil is virgin because it is extracted from fresh, mature coconut. So no process. Actually, yeah, that's one way of doing it. You go through the process of pressing the gata or the milk, and from the milk, you get the oil. Okay, now we know also for a fact now that even the gata, because that's where the oil comes from, is very, very healthy. For a while, we thought it was not healthy.
Yes.
So we say that we should have it back on our table. We should use a lot of it, like chicken curry, shrimp curry, or yesterday.
Bicol Express.
Yeah, yesterday I served a noodle which is made of chicken, shredded chicken cooked in gata, then poured over pasta, and then you put like toasted noodles over it. You should try it. It's actually a recipe from Burma, so we call it Burmese pancit. But
Burmese
that's another
pancit.
use of the coconut milk. Also, in the process of getting the oil, we also get the skim milk.
The skim milk is like
Yes.
the soy milk for
Yes.
people who are lactic intolerant.
Yes,
It's
but
so
the milk
great.
itself, the whole milk, which is the cream, you can either have the cream, or if you dilute it, you can have a milk. Like you can have 16%, 18%, 20% fat, 24% fat. 24% fat is what we call the cream. And
okay, this is less water. This
less
is
water, more
thicker
of the fat.
consistency. Okay.
But don't be afraid of the fat, because that is a very healthy fat. It's medium chain fatty acids, easily digestible.
Well, maybe that's what we should explain, because I think one of the concerns of the general public about taking in or ingesting VCO in its raw form is the fact that it hardens when it's cold, and so people have this misconception that it will harden in your arteries. Can you please explain to them the chemistry and physiological effects of virgin coconut oil?
The saturated fats contained in the virgin coconut oil are a different class. So it is saturated, it gets hard at a low temperature, but it is unlike the fats of animals, coming from animals such as beef, pork, chicken, which is long chain. Now, of course, that's chemical explanation.
Audience, remember the long chain comes from animal fat.
Yes,
okay.
And also dairy.
Okay,
The dairy,
the
milk,
butter.
the butter. Okay, the milk. So the medium chain or even short chain fatty acids present in coconut oil are behave differently in our body. That's a simple way to put it. So when we ingest it in our bodies, it does not, it is easily absorbable, and it goes straight to the liver where it's immediately converted to energy. Remember, it is never deposited as fat. So it goes out, so it's burned. It's burned.
So
and
you
it
mean
also,
to say, Tess, that as energy, we don't have to drink those energy drinks anymore?
I think so.
It's
And
better to take your virgin coconut oil.
That's why we even developed a product which will come out about November, and we call it the coconut chill. Or
I've tasted it and it's great.
We put VCO into it, and it's made up of coconut skimmed milk, and it's high in protein. Although it has fat, like as I said, it has the
we
oil.
Need fat. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we
healthy.
need fat.
Yeah,
But the fat that's contained there is a low-fat fat, meaning
low fat.
low-fat fat.
For the Weight Watchers like me, this is our way of taking in more virgin coconut oil.
You can take fat that will not make you fat. In
Wonderful.
short,
Weight Watchers, we can now take all the coconut milk, skim milk, cream, and
as a matter of fact, it can be, it does not, it is never deposited in your arteries. That's why the notion that it used to be, because it solidifies, you know, they think inside our body, same thing will happen. Remember, our bodies are very warm, so don't think that just because it's solid, it's going to be solid in your body.
Yeah.
It's not because of that either, but because of the size of its carbon chain. It goes out and becomes energy. And not only that, it increases your metabolism. And when your metabolism is high,
you use up more calories.
Yes, it burns.
Okay.
It burns
more
calories. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to run an extra mile, if you are doing exercise, if you are working from morning till night, you can have added energy by taking this.
So this is actually another parallel product to these energy drinks that athletes take, or when students have to take a late night because of an exam the next day. Taking virgin coconut oil can. And what Tess has done, I tasted it yesterday because it was her birthday. It is something so nice. How did your group evolve this coconut chill and coconut power?
You mentioned coconut power. That's another drink. The one you tasted yesterday, we call it coconut chill. So it's milky. It is like milk.
And it tastes so great, ladies and gentlemen.
It will come out in the market as in concentrated form, but not powder. And you mix it with 1 glass of water. So you can buy it, you stock it up in your cupboard, and then when you need it, just open it. Like yesterday, that's what we did. We just opened it.
It is in sachets, no?
It will be in
so
sachet.
So it's an ideal baon for the workers and the children.
Yes.
Instead of having this heavy drinks,
Yeah.
all they have to do is to have a cup. And what kind of water does it go with? tap water, distilled
Doesn't
water?
matter. Clean water.
Clean, okay, clean water. So it can be tapped, it can be distilled, it could be mineral, it can be anything.
Or it could be mixed if you have a bottle of water.
Already in your lunch box or
Just
snack
mix it
box.
there.
Okay.
And you have a very delicious drink.
And
refreshing,
nutritious
at the same time.
Drink, I see.
Yes. And then the Cocoa Power, which will be out also in November, is like a buko juice. It is a juice. It is not a milk.
But it's not packaged like tomorrow. It's already rancid. No.
It will be also a concentrate, and it has a long shelf life. And the same
How long
thing,
is the shelf life?
Well, a year at least.
So if you buy the sachets, ladies and gentlemen, this is not like the probiotic drink that the expiry is within 1 month. You're saying 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
That's
is also
wonderful.
high in protein, and it contains maybe 3 times the electrolytes found in the usual quencher or thirst quencher or like
Electrolytes, you know, I remember when I had a diarrhea bout, you take electrolytes to replace your fluid that's lost because you have lactic intolerance and you have the runs, no? So this has electrolyte, hindi yun sa battery ng kotse. It's the battery ng katawan ng tao.
Those are minerals
Yes,
that are
okay.
lost in sweating, heavy exercise, like athletes. So when they perspire, they lose some of the electrolytes. So you have to put it back in your body. So it's like
How many
refresher.
months, Tess, did it take you to evolve the mixture? Because really, definitely, like in the last show we had, the Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola have bought coconut water companies, okay? And here, ladies and gentlemen, we have 330 million trees generating 14 billion nuts a year. So we're really abounding. And we had a meeting with the Virgin Coconut Oil Organization, and somebody said we effectively have 20 million equivalent cow trees of coconut. See, that's how much coconut dairy or milk and cream we have, but nobody's putting it in the palatable version. I mean, you've heard of coconut buko pie, bukayo, and that's about it. Well, the gata dishes like laing and other things. But what prompted you to try to produce a new Philippine-made beverage?
Because there is a need, I think, especially the Cocoa Power, because either we buy it as buko juice, and you have to drink it immediately, and also there's so many drinks coming out, and the important thing is you have a healthy drink coming from the coconut. It took us maybe
How many
2
years? 2 years of R&D, research and development to produce it.
Yes,
no?
yes. So we want to be able to export it so that it's easily exportable, meaning it's not heavy and it's something
Yeah,
that
it's in sachets like the sugar,
Yeah.
salt, pepper sachets that you use.
just bigger than that.
Okay. All right. And you're saying that these are concentrate.
Yeah,
That's why you
concentrate.
really have to put the water on.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So
yes.
it's
I think it's for convenience.
also, yeah.
Yes. And I think it's more of like you can stock up on it, you know, like you can buy
How
a lot.
soon can they taste it? Because I tasted it yesterday, but the one I tasted was sweet. What about for people who don't like it sweet? Is the basic product neutral that you have to add sugar, or will it really be sweet?
Well, it's sweet because there is